frozen flying island, checking the last residences near where the Dart has laid anchor, and searching the dock before moving across the town plaza to enter a cluster of structures. The residences, where the houses, hallways, and rooftops seem to have almost naturally grown together as the buildings were expanded, forming this complex. Quickly as you had entered, you encountered the first specter, the icy phantom of a merfolk that roamed the empty hallways, and you soon discovered more. You had just begun to sneak past the restless spirits when a strange interaction between one phantom and a door led you to explore one specific room. Opening a door, a hole, more like on the opposite side of the door, you found inside another specter, that of a singing merfolk you had deduced as a siren, as well as her dead body laying against the same door that had caught your attention. We ended last session as you enacted a plan to distract the ghost, to bring it into contact with the other specters, and to steal away with the body. And we start today's session in initiative as we resolve Huxley running in, barreling past the ghost, and slamming into the door. And for that, would you please give me an athletics check?
Okay. That is at 22.
Okay. As you reach the body laying sort of propped up against the door, you jump, slamming against the wooden board that is just beyond that body. And you do hear a loud crack. The door, loosening at its hinges, breaks out of its lock, swinging open and into the hallway, where the door lies open and you lie now on the ground, prone. The door is currently slammed against the wall there, barring your path towards the right of the hall. Let me see, what is initiative like? Okay, that's already correct. Hardly surprising. What is Evelyn's
Dex?
dex modifier?
Modifier is a +4. Her dex is 18. Her dex score is 18, if that helps.
Can you roll me a d20 real quick?
Absolutely. Who's faster? Ooh, I didn't. It's the first one, the blue one. 11.
Okay. So, Okay. Huxley and Silas, could I please get a DC 17 wisdom from both of you?
Uh-huh.
Immediately as Huxley rushes in, barrels through the door, and Silas sneaks in, stealthily invisible, a song starts from the mouth of the siren.
It is beautiful. You could almost say mesmerizing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Nice.
19 plus stuff. Let me see real quick what my wisdom is. Wisdom save plus 3, so 22.
Wow.
Nicely done.
Okay. Both of you take half of this, so both of you take 12 points of psychic damage. But as you feel the song attempt to take hold of you, you shake the thought. And I believe she is just going to float right up to Huxley and attack. It's proper combat again.
Oh,
Oh wow. Oh wow, okay.
I told you she's friendly.
You feel the icy cold wind pass
did I
over
point out she's
you.
prone?
Oh, true.
This is so she's prone.
That is true. That's actually exactly that is true.
Didn't say.
Does a 27 hit?
Tell it to matter.
Okay, so you said no, but I'm assuming it does. You never know. Some people have insane freaking. As the first strike passes past you, just overhead, and the cold wind from the ghost's presence passes by, the second strike does hit, and you take 20 points of force damage. Which makes it Evelyn's turn.
Question. I know the arrow was pointing us this way. Was there a door up here where we could see?
You currently can see sort of through this window. I believe you're up on the rafters, right?
Right.
Why were you down
Yeah,
here?
yeah, we were up on the rafters.
You can see
Is this like a proper wall
staircase
right here?
just beyond, leading
Oh, okay.
up. And from just the sort of light you see, it does seem to lead up to the roof.
I think this is just an open balcony. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
It
I
is
was
open
thinking it was
to
open to
the
balcony.
sky.
Okay, okay. Evelyn, is this a door you said, or a window or something?
You have a window right here, but you can.
Oh, you can just
clearly
move
tell
around.
that
Okay.
there's an opening. Just
Then Evelyn will move around. That's stupid moving. Hold on. Go past red. And start to make her way up. But she's the master. Exactly what are they doing over there?
Oh, we're getting the ghosts to fight each other while Silas steals a body. I think we were going to explore the rest of the place after, but
Right,
we
so
need to go up
that's
here
just
first?
the ghosts fighting. Got it.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm just going to hang out and watch.
Keep going up. She's got extra movement. We got like 15 more feet, so she'll continue the way up the stairs.
Then moving up,
Whoa.
What?
you would find yourself on the rooftops.
Oh.
Right about here. Can you go ahead and roll me a perception?
Absolutely. And that's what's your perception again? 13.
I don't know if I can actually. Yeah, I can. Before you, you see the town as far as you've explored it. Far in the distance, you can tell that there is seemingly another dock. And immediately next to you, which you realize is separated by a cobblestone wall, seems to be another complex of houses. A little higher than the complex that you were currently at. Situated a little higher on a rock, but emanating some level of warmth.
Is there a way that it looks like to get over there, like inside that area?
You can easily move across the rooftops. There are plenty of planks and these sort of bridges and ladders that are laid across the rooftops. And the area
that
that you see
open?
before you is wide open.
Okay. Then Evan will start to. She's got 15 feetish movement, I think. She'll like fly 15 feet that way
Okay.
towards that opening.
Is that the end of your turn?
I guess I have enough movement for. I guess can I do an active like investigation or perception to see if I can notice any more of the like arrows or directions of a path? I'm assuming it's the warmth, but like, does it seem like I see anything additional that's suggesting this is the right way to go?
What is the extra movement you move? Or do you
It
wanna
was like
forgo
an
that?
additional 15 feet.
Okay, so 15 feet. What is your passive perception?
Passive perception is 11.
Okay. Moving a little bit forward, where this sort of lingering warmth that you feel is constantly being blown away by the cold winds just heading overhead, blowing past the rooftops. You do see more of these arrows. Within this area, now that I've put the map over here, you see within this area of warmth more arrows in that same color, drawn further along.
Okay. And that is my turn.
Huxley.
I will punch the ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will attack the ghost with my pickaxe. Recklessly. The 14 to hit.
A 14 does not hit.
Gonna try again.
Your pickaxe phases through.
That's it. Dirty 20 to hit.
Okay. And again on the second swing, even though your pickaxe seemed to almost hit nothing in the air, this time as you pass through, you see this sort of disturbance in form of the ghost.
For 23 piercing damage. And then I'm gonna stand up and run away. And can I plug my fingers into my ears
Yeah, sure.
and start?
While you have your hands covering your ears, you will not be able to use your weapons, however.
Yeah.
Your hands are occupied. Okay.
And probably like scream like la 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 la.
Okay.
Genius.
Okay. You run into the adjacent room with this thumping of your footsteps and screaming against the song of the siren. And the ghost that had been staring at the wall turns towards you. Is the bonfire still aflame?
It's up for like 10 minutes.
Okay.
So probably. Oh wait, no, it's up for 1 minute. So I don't know. Probably not.
I don't think it would still be up.
Doesn't look like you can erase it, so I think it's still up.
Is bonfire concentration or is it just static?
It's the point that you never fucking erase it. Whatever. It's whatever. It's there. It's
Just put
It's
another
the, it's
dot
the
over
burnt
it.
mark. It's the burnt mark.
Just draw a gray dot over it so it looks like ashes. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
what? How do I still see that? Oh, I think I know what happened now. Okay, we'll take care of that later. It's fine. It's whatever. It doesn't matter right now. Is you running into that room your action?
Attack what?
Is that the all of your turn? Huxley?
No, my action was attack.
Oh yeah, right. But is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so happens it is now the ghost turn. And this one is going to move on. Let's see. Anything I need to remember here? It is going to attack you twice. Ooh. Does 22 hit you?
Yes.
Then could you please give me a DC 17 con saving throw?
Yes. The 27. 26.
Okay. You feel this wash of cold start to layer over you as this wraith cuts into you. It is all cold damage, so there's no differentiation. The first hit is 25 points of cold damage.
25.
Mm-hmm. And the unfortunate crit is 46 points of cold damage. As its ghostly form starts cleaving through you, not cutting your flesh, but leaving behind this icy cold.
Can I cast Absorb Element?
Sure. That's a reaction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cast Absorb Element. Was the crit the first attack or the second?
It was the second. Okay. The other ghost is not gonna do anything. So that is their turn. Silas.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about how complicated can I hold an action? Probably not that much, right? Because I have like, if this happens I want to do that, and if that happens I want to do that. So I'm describing what I would like to do, so you can
Yeah.
tell me if it's possible. I would like to, like, basically I wanna move forward, and depending on if she follows Hux, I wanna try and put the body in the bag. And if she doesn't follow Hux and like turns around to me or does something else, I would like to run up to her and drop kick her through the door to make her closer to the ghost, so the ghost sees her. And I mean, the plan is still there, making them fight. So
If you move close now on your turn,
mm-hmm.
I will let you hold an action to either stuff the body in the bag or attack.
Uh-huh.
But move and attack, like into a drop kick, that would be a little bit complex.
Yeah, I guess I would run forward. I don't make sound, so I can run, I guess, without causing any too much. Yeah, and I basically in the middle of I run forward and basically decide on the spot, depending on if she moves forward, I'm gonna let her move forward. If she stays or turns around, I'm just gonna body slam or drop kick her.
Okay.
Drop kick her in the middle of her body through the door and land perfectly on both feet like a cat would do, and would look very cool, you know. So
I really want to see you drop kick.
yeah. See, you can make that happen, you know. We'll see. But yeah, and I will hold that, basically one of those two things I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm gonna go a little bit up. Be like, hey, I can't guard you if you run away.
I'm just trying to see. There's something over here. It looks like there's a ceiling that's open and there's a room that's warm.
But that's really cool. We'll check that in like 1 minute, maybe.
No, it's
if you could
warm.
just
It's not
hold on.
cool.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not
You just
there.
told me a really bad joke
Yeah.
ahead.
I couldn't
Can
stop.
You roll me a perception roll.
Sure. It's like a 9. That's a 10. Amazing.
Okay. Yeah, you see this sort of. It almost looks like a just constant square of warmth from this plaza, constantly streaming up, and almost immediately sort of pushing to the side in the winds that seem to just whip across the rooftop. And I'm assuming that is your turn.
So then I'm going to go downstairs. No,
Oh,
that
one
was 10
second.
feet of my movement.
One second. Let me just move you here. Go ahead.
So then I'm going to come back downstairs after telling Evelyn to stop running away. I'm just going to fly out on the room and kind of get a little... just want to line up with our hold that I can like see it. Or I'm just like poking my head around enough to watch what goes on.
You don't see Silas, I guess.
Yeah, no.
You catch sort of the sliver of the side of the ghost there. From that angle.
That's all I'm going to do until I hear yelling about something else.
I have no idea where Emma is then.
Yeah, I disappeared. I'll find him.
Classic.
I'll find him. Listen, I said, oh there.
Did you grab yourself again?
Yeah.
Jesus.
How do you keep ending up underneath the You'd be like there, yeah. On this side somewhere. Can't make this now. Alright. It is the Siren's turn, and you do have an attack of opportunity if you want it, but as
Nope.
it moves away, you can trigger your held action and start stuffing this body in the bag. For that, please go ahead and roll me a... I guess you could make it a sleight of hand check.
Uh-huh. $13.
Okay. It's not that easy to take a large body into a bag of holding, even with how the bag expands and the object that you're pulling in sort of almost narrows as it goes in. It still is probably gonna take you another turn to put the whole body in that bag.
All right.
Evelyn. Oh wait, hold on. The siren still gets to do the attack and stuff. Sorry, 1 second. My bad. Don't want to take away the turn of that anyway. I think he's going to pass and through you. You do have your hands on your ears, but you see her stare a cold glare at your eyes. Can you go ahead and roll me a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw? As the siren attempts to hypnotize you.
Me?
Yeah.
Did I get a bonus from not hearing?
No, it's a visual hypnotize. This is a hypnotic gaze.
Nice.
Oh, it's on the good side. Right. You resist. As you stare into her eyes, you just sort of face out for a second, staring through the siren's eyes instead of into them. And that's all she can do in one turn, so this is her turn. Evelyn.
I'll reluctantly glance back at the space, but kind of hesitate for a half second before it looks like this is where the square starts here, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
She's at least gonna move ever so slightly up to it.
Can you roll me another perception?
Sure. There's something Bagger really wants us to see here.
I'm just
Natural
giving you
20.
chances, okay? I'm just giving you
That's a
chances
natural
to
20,
see
even though it is like on its side.
that
Oh,
there
look, it's
are
Hux.
portions of the fog rising
Oh.
over the square that somewhat condensed do not seem to dissipate in the cold wind. Almost like a small cyclone or a pillar themselves of this fog just wafting near the edge of these rooftops.
Does it look like they've noticed that one?
Currently, they are like pillars. They seem to be unmoving, but there is a strange sense of corporealness to them, where the wind does not seem to be able to pierce through these forms of fog.
Does the warmth and like that wall of warmth, does that read as magical? Would detect magic?
The warmth in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
it does not read as magical.
It's not. Okay. Then Evan will try and stealth backwards, and the off chance
Okay.
that they haven't seen her, and move back to the top of the stairs.
Okay? Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Hey, that's pretty good. It's 19 plus 29.
Okay. You quickly duck slightly, sort of falling into this slight shade from the chimneys around you, and move backwards, still crouched. Until you're around the corner. You sense no reaction from these pillars of fog at all.
Got it. And that's Evan's turn.
Okay? Huxley.
I will. Did my attack seem like effective against them, by the way?
It did seem to have an effect as your pickaxe sort of passed through. At least the second time you swung, there was this sort of disturbance in the siren's form that you can see is still sort of not reconstituted. But as you start your turn next to the icy cold wraith, you take 5 points of cold damage.
I will. Move. Here.
This ghost is going to take an attack of opportunity.
Should have.
I'm assuming a 17 does not hit.
No.
Okay. It almost
Oh, but it has
instinctively...
advantage
has?
because I reckless.
Oh, wait, but it's your turn again now, right? Doesn't it only have advantage?
Oh, Maybe
until your next turn.
Mm-hmm.
I think it does.
New turn.
checks against you until your next turn. Okay, okay.
Yeah, so it swings at the air as you pass by, and you feel the cold sort of again, but it does not hit.
And then I'm gonna cast Fire Shield. So I become resistant against cold damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn. Oh, and then I'm gonna, still having my hands on my ears, I'm gonna close my eyes.
Oh no.
This does effectively make you blinded and deafened.
Yes.
FYI, okay.
Just gonna set myself on fire and then close my eyes.
Still singing loudly.
This is maximum efficiency.
Yeah.
Hey, with the singing loudly, Silas can at least tell that Hux is still alive.
Yeah.
Quick
True.
question: did you make a warm shield or a cold shield?
I think it's a warm shield.
Okay.
The warm shield, yeah. So I have resistance to cold damage, and if they attack me, they take fire damage.
You see the wraith immediately floating after you. As it does float by, you see the siren ghost take its wing as an attack of opportunity.
Huxley doesn't see anything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, Huxley does not see anything. Never mind. Huxley does not see anything because Huxley is currently blinded. What is happening? Okay. You do not need to see this wraith to sense its presence. As around you, the cold starts to draw back in, and it is going to make 2 attacks against. Oh, that's almost a 20.
Nice.
13, 16, I don't think either of those hit.
Nope.
Okay. It
That are
is
scary.
twice. You feel the sort of air passing by close by. But it is gonna take a bonus action. But you don't see what it does. And then it is Silas's turn.
I'm stuffing this bag so hard now.
Mm-hmm. On your turn, taking action to stuff the body in the bag, you finish stuffing the body in the bag.
Then I move forward and look around the corner after I did that.
Around the corner, you see a distant flickering light in this room, sort of reflected onto the wall. Other than that, you don't see much.
I mean, I hear Hux singing.
Is Huxley still doing the la 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 la? Or
Yeah.
yeah, you definitely hear that.
Okay, great. Hux is doing fine, and I know this is like a way. There's like a way around. I know that. I've seen that. So I'm just gonna see if I could close the door
You can, okay.
as a minor action, basically, and just close the door and make sure I just make my way back.
Yeah, as the object of reaction, you pull the door, and it sort of, you can sort of lean it back against the door frame, but with its hinges sort of almost loose from the wall, and its lock broken. You can't really fully close this door anymore.
It's fine.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh, I start moving my
Okay.
feet out of the room and see
Red,
if I
from
can
your
meet.
point of view, you see the body vanish, and you see the door close as much as it can.
Flawless.
And it is your turn.
It was perfect. The perfect
This is
heist.
a flawless heist. I'm gonna go. Was I able to see Evelyn at the top of the stairs? Like, is she like
Shouldn't
right here?
gone
Basically, that.
down the stairs. I don't know how the stairs work yet, so I don't know if it's right there. Probably.
Like, can I see her through a window? That's what. Like,
Going up the stairs like 10 feet or so, as you did, you would be able to sort of peek up over the rooftops, and you'd probably see them.
But only if he goes back up.
Well, you can see her right now. Yeah.
I cannot right now.
Is the space above Rhett open sky?
Yes.
Yeah.
So could he just
could I
float
just like
up?
hover upward 10 feet?
He
and see
could
her?
fly up about 10 or so feet, and you'd see her over the edge of the lip of the
Crouch.
rooftops. Yeah.
Okay.
Stealthing.
In that case, I'm gonna.
So
I'm just
super
gonna like point this way. And yeah. I'm gonna like fly over here and then wait for Huxley in case Huxley needs
Can I use my reaction? As soon as I see Red coming closer, I'm gonna give him a thumbs up even though he can't see me.
Yeah, I might like literally run into you because I'm like gonna
Yeah.
sit down and look through the opening. So as I like bump.
Both. Ouch.
Oh. Nice.
I've got the body.
Alright, I'm gonna wait for Huxley in case there's more trouble. Seems okay.
Huck's gonna be fine. Should
Yeah.
come around this way, I think, and points where we came from.
Right. So I'm just gonna wait until I see Huxley and be ready to
Okay.
evacuate.
Siren Ghost moves up. And does something,
Nice.
which none of you know what it is. So that's her turn.
It's great.
Evelyn.
Evan's gonna attempt to like peek around the
Chimney.
chimney. Yeah, there's the word. And try and at least keep an eye on these pillars
Mhm.
to see if they shift or if they stay still. She's just waiting for everybody at this point in time, but she doesn't want to lose track of them since they were rather difficult to discern initially for her.
As you observe them, they do seem to almost sort of waft slightly in the wind,
Mm-hmm.
but they do not seem to move.
Yeah, got it. That is everyone's turn.
Huxley.
I'm gonna question. I roll. You're loud, like, did you get it, Silas? And open my eyes and swing at the cold one.
The cold one. Cracking open a cold one.
Nice.
As you remove ahead and make me another DC 17 wisdom.
Ugh.
Oh, I don't like wisdom saves. That fail.
Oh no!
You are charmed by the siren girls.
I can still
You
swing
now
at the.
regard her as an ally.
Okay, we're tag teaming
You are
that.
charmed for 1 minute. At the end of your turn, you can make another save.
So you did make her
Kind of
fight.
flanking then.
Yeah.
It's us against the cold.
It was the plan all along to make them fight, you know? And now it works.
25 and a 24 to hit the.
As you swing at the wraith, your pickaxe doesn't even seem to pass the wound. It's almost like it's not even there.
Okay, well, I will close my eyes again, put my hands back in my ears. That's better.
This is flawless.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so shifting out of the ethereal plane, the wraith is going to attack you. Let's see. It is probably just going to make do regular attacks.
Hmm.
Ooh.
What is going on?
It has advantage.
Why would you tell me that? No.
I have resist.
For the record, I'm not trying to kill you. Maybe a little bit.
We're kind of doing that ourselves, to be honest.
Okay, well, the crit definitely hits, and that is 40 points of cold damage.
At least you have, like, resistance, right, to cold now?
Yes.
Does it take damage?
I believe it takes some fire damage, and I also need you to throw me a con saving throw of DC 17.
Takes 4 fire damage, and that's a 27 on the con save.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Your eyes and ears are closed, so 11 cold damage. That's their turn. Silas.
Did I hear
You
Huck
heard
scream?
Huxley shout something. Go ahead and roll me a perception.
"23."
You did close the door, but you can clearly make out the word Phil. Huxley asking whether or not you succeeded in your task.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go around the corner. And I will shout. Yep, got it! Let's regroup! Just move around here too.
Huxley, can you roll me a perception roll with disadvantage?
I do have advantage on perception rolls.
You
So would it
are
be-
covering your ears.
Well, I have advantage from my magical shield.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a straight roll. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, natural one.
Oh no!
This just, I mean, that just makes
Sort of
sense.
humming around you that's, muffled by your hands on your ears and the cold around you. You hear
I'm
something.
screaming.
You hear something. You know that Silas is screaming something, but you did not understand a word of it. Killed. Okay.
All according to plan.
So I heard Silas beside me, then I heard him yell down the hall.
Mm-hmm.
Did I hear Huxley say something? Probably, but not make it out.
You heard Huxley yell and then Silas respond from the hallway, but
Right.
you have not heard another response from us.
Okay, I'm just gonna point my finger in the direction I heard the yell from. Cast a message to Huxley. And I'm gonna say, we got the body. Do you run back here if you need something? Or you can respond to this message and tell me if you need to teleport out or something. And see if Huxley responds.
Yeah, you hear that with perfect clarity in the back of your head.
I'm fine.
Okay. Alright. I guess he's fine.
I mean, Hux is tag teaming right now, so should be good.
Exactly.
Yeah, true. You got a friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go to this corner and call out. Hux says it's fine.
It is the same goes
Good.
around, gonna walk around. And you feel this cold embrace, Huxley.
Oh no.
And his arms sort of from behind you start sort of wrapping around your neck.
Oh, the friend wants to cuddle.
On and over you. And she's gonna take the opportunity to attack the right.
We're friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. Just enough. Okay, and other than that embrace, there's nothing else you can currently perceive from the situation around you. Evelyn,
Have the pillars moved at all? Like, I know they're shifting ever so slightly, but they're remaining roughly where they are, even with all the
they have
yelling
not
behind
been
me?
moved from the sort of space that they are rooted to.
Okay. And there was, like, no reaction to any of the yelling or anything like that?
Not so far.
Alright. Then Evelyn will lie back down to try and figure out what on earth is taking people so long. I thought they were just grabbing a body. So it's like, what, 10?
It's been like 15 seconds.
No, I know. Listen. Well, mostly she's coming down to let you know that there's something up there. I think I can get about there. Right. Just to let you know, there's these things up there, like floating, probably elementals of some sort. So we'll have to be cautious heading that way. Everything under control here?
I think I'm like simultaneously telling Silas this. It's fine.
Yeah.
Sort of.
And I'll she'll dash this way as her full whatever. And wait. And that is Evelyn's turn.
Okay. Huxley.
Yep. Well, since I am currently being protected by my friends.
Yeah, you are fine. You feel pretty safe, aside from the clear enemy before you.
I going to cast heal on myself.
Okay. Question: do you open your eyes to do that, or do you keep your eyes closed while you cast it?
No, I will keep my eyes closed.
Okay, sure.
Since I don't have to. Oh, well, do I have to see myself
No,
to
no,
cast
no.
the spell on myself? Okay.
To target self, you can you
Yeah,
know,
then
feel
yeah.
yourself. So.
And
Okay.
actually, no, no, because no, actually, since Red sent a message, instead, I won't cast heal. I will instead use my action to dash.
You are currently charmed. You do not want to move away.
But I want to move back to my friends.
No, your friend is right here. She's hugging you.
Uh-oh.
In fact, you should protect her. I think. It's kind of what it
Guess-
feels like. I feel like you need to protect her.
In that case, I will heal myself, I guess,
Yeah. Okay.
so I can be stronger to protect her. And then I get to make another save, right?
Yes.
Well,
DC was
Yep.
17.
I'm just protecting her.
Okay. Can you give me a Constitution save, DC 17?
$25.
Okay. There's this sudden blast of cold air that you feel. That you resist. You do take some cold damage, however. That is 15 points of cold damage.
And I'm resistant.
Silas.
Oh, but if it attacked me, it's gonna take some fire damage.
This is a area of effect.
Okay.
Sorry. Is fire damage on...
No, it's
I
just.
think it's only melee attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Silas turns around to Red so he can hear him. I want to see the fight between the wraths, the ghosts, you know. I'm gonna sneak a little bit forward.
Okay. This is elementals? Everyone's talking me off.
What is this ghost doing in the meantime?
Currently, not much. It's sort of looking around, wandering absent-mindedly almost.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use dash to
Okay.
get
Go ahead and
away.
roll me your stealth roll.
Yep. The sound-based stealth roll,
Mm-hmm.
because then I do have advantage. That is a 25.
Okay. You step softly through the room. fairly quickly, but doesn't seem to attract any attention.
Guess we left the door open last time we went in, or did we close it again?
I believe we were leaving it open so that Hux could see across when they were doing a.
Yeah.
Since I don't remember you closing it, I am assuming you left it open.
Yeah, and we're gonna watch over to see what's going on over there.
You see Huxley with very, very much closed eyes, being hugged from behind by this siren ghost, while a very almost jittery, very quickly moving wraith in front of Huxley seems to be taking swings at him.
Just thinking to myself, how the fuck is that okay? Gonna use my movement, the rest of my movement from the dash. To ask Hux now, what's going on here?
We're still screaming like.
Oh yeah.
Class.
Guess I'm gonna hide behind this thing here and watch what's happening over there. And that's my turn.
Okay. Right.
Okay. Fox is fine. Silas is somewhere. Points right here. I guess we're just waiting for Fox to come back, unless we want to like watch. I don't know what's going on.
Either way, it's fine.
I guess if they're fighting, I could like loot some other rooms right now.
Yeah, we could do that. Or you could do that, and I could wait here, either or. In case they come back.
Perfect. Perfect. Oh, that was not the right. Okay. I guess we're like right there. I can kind of poke my head around the corner and look.
Everyone's
you
just
see
watching.
A very strange scene. You see Huxley standing there, closed eyes, pickaxe in hand, going la 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 la. You see the siren sort of hug Huxley from behind, in almost very sort of friendly, casual manner, as in front of Huxley, this icy wraith, moving very fast, very quickly, is just sort of clawing at Huxley.
Like 5 feet. I'm gonna get right inside this alcove and be like, huh.
Okay.
Can I take my action to try this door? It's locked. Try and lock.
As you turn the handle, the door appears to be unlocked.
Nice.
You open it?
Yeah, I open it. I don't have any more movement, but I can open it. Good.
Mm-hmm.
You
Ah!
open the door and you immediately see this shimmering, icy figure.
Well,
You see a number of bedrolls on the ground, some packs. Doesn't look like they've been in use much. At least not recently.
yeah, well, I don't have any more movement or action, so it's kind of my turn.
Okay. Top of the round, the siren. Huxley, can you give me another DC 17 Wisdom save?
Mhm. 12.
You feel this hug become almost warm. And then it seems to fade. As you are now possessed by the siren.
Okay.
I'm glad someone at least saw that.
I witnessed it.
Yeah, Silas, you see this ghostly siren fade and almost pull into Huxley. And
Isn't
then
this
she's gone.
the second time that Hux has been possessed?
Yeah, this is the second time.
Okay.
And that is her turn. Evelyn.
I mean, I'm just waiting, like I said I would.
Okay.
Rhett said he's gonna go look at rooms. Evelyn said she would wait here in case they came back. So,
Huxley, that wraith in front of you is dangerous. You should destroy it.
Yeah.
Your eyes at this point are open.
Guess I will swing twice.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 30. And a 27.
Both of those hit.
To hit. For 27 on the first attack and 30 on the second attack.
Damn. Okay. You start cutting through this wraith. And on your last hit, almost like a cloud dispersing, the ghost is gone.
Good.
You desperately need heat, warmth, like a big fire. You currently cannot cast any spells, however.
But I'm still on fire.
There is a fire shield around you, yes. It is warm, but not warm enough.
Mhm.
Is there anything you do with the rest of the turn?
Well, that's my actions. And I can't cast spells. I meant to like crouch down and get out my tinder box.
Yeah? Okay. Silas! You see Huxley dispatch one of the wraiths in front of you, not exactly part of the plan, and then you crouch down and attempt to use that hinder bomb.
Okay. Did I see the siren, like, going inside Hux?
Yeah.
I slowly look around the corner and be like, Hux? Is this not really the plan?
Huxley does not respond.
Yeah, I guess go towards Hux. Didn't try to shake. Grabs the shoulder and shake Hux a little bit to be like, hello there.
As soon as you attempt to touch Hux's shoulder, you feel this cold emanating from him, just as you pass the heat from the fire shield. And you see Huxley sort of whip around, staring at you with this mix of anger and fear. Immediately sort of grabbing for the pickaxe.
Alright. Guess I'm gonna use my feline agility to gain some distance.
Okay. Huxley does not swing as you move away, but goes to move back to the tinderblock.
Oh,
Is that your turn?
oh no. Sure.
I mean, is it?
Yes.
I don't want to cut you off if it's not your turn. Rats.
So I've just the door open, seen a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
I presume the ghost has seen me because I just kind of flung the door open.
It does not currently look at you.
Well,
It appears to currently be looking right at this corner for some reason.
okay, that's got me super curious now. I really wish I had detect magic. What's in that corner? Is that like a bag, just at a very base level?
Yeah, you see sort of these bedrolls, what looks like pillows, but could be a bag of something different. A chair in the corner, and you see this pipe sort of running down and back into the wall.
No, I'm gonna stick to the plan. What? Can I shut the door easily enough?
Yeah.
Okay, shut the door. I fly over to Huxley. Nice job. All right, we can get back
Huxley
around.
does not pay any attention to you. You see Huxley fiddling with that tinderbox.
I don't think we need more of a distraction. Besides, the fireplace is right over here. Wait, what?
There is no other reaction.
Yeah. Is there already a fire lit? Like right-
Probably not.
Okay. Just. I'm trying to think. Can I? Does prestidigitation like light something? Yes. We can light a candle or a torch. Can I light the wood on, like right here, on fire?
Mm-hmm. You can make a sort of tiny flame then.
Might spread. Maybe.
It's probably fairly slow to spread currently,
Yeah.
considering how cold it is and
Sure.
everything.
I'm gonna read that and be like,
But yeah, there is a
fire distraction.
tiny
We're good.
flame.
Let's go.
Huxley,
That's probably as much as I
you want to be near that flame. That flame needs to be bigger. It needs to grow. And you need to be right in there.
No. That's my turn, though. That was an action to guess prestidigitation.
It is your turn, Huxley. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom save. I believe you are muted if you're talking.
Yeah, that's an 8.
Okay, you are still possessed. You must go to that fire. You must make it bigger. Do everything in your power. Get warm.
So, I have an explosive.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah,
love
that'd be
it.
one.
I love it.
My fence.
Yeah.
And that would probably be very efficient at making it bigger very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, that would help.
Well, as Hugs lunges into the fire, he's gonna take out an explosive from his pocket and shove it into the fire.
Mm-hmm. Red, you see Huxley just sort of look up as you light the flame and just dash past you towards the fire. And get out this very familiar looking bag.
Rat's initially like, yeah, that way. Wait, what?
What explosive do you have?
It's a powerful explosive.
It's a powerful explosive. Okay. Oh boy. Okay.
I mean, I would be using the most powerful one that I have.
Yeah. There needs to be a much bigger fire. So, Red, can you go ahead and roll me a DC 16 dex save?
Sure. That's a pass.
Okay, which means you're only going to take half. Is there a difference between thunder and fire damage?
No.
Okay. You take half of this damage, so you take 20 points of damage as an explosive goes off that does destroy the fireplace. You see sparks and fire and ember fly everywhere in the room, starting to catch the wood on fire, the couch, the furniture. Huxley, you get thrown back into the table. Can you go ahead and roll me another wisdom save?
Actually, just take the 40 or just...
Huxley takes the 40.
Oh my god.
You almost, through the pain and the shock, feel your mind clear, but it seems to cling on, and you are still possessed. As it is the end of your turn, however, you do get to make another save.
Oh,
Silas, you see the blast, you hear it, you feel it shake the walls and the foundations of the building. And you see Red sort of just flying a little bit backwards as there's just an explosion in the room. Of course, Evelyn, you also hear and feel this explosion rock the building. There's this blast of air that comes out of the tunnel. Okay. And, yep. Silas, it's your turn.
The fuck? Moving forward. What the hell is going on here?
I don't know. Huxley bombed it.
I think Huxley is I saw the siren like go into Hux. I think like Hux is like, I don't know, possessed or something. I don't know. And I'm gonna dash towards Hux. I guess I'm gonna have to punch the siren out of ya. I can't really punch right now because I don't have an action, but I'm just gonna body slam into Hux. Run into Hux to give him a good shake.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't able to body slam the frickin' siren before. I'm gonna do it now.
So, without making an attack roll, do you just sort of tackle Huxley?
Yeah,
or how
just
do you sort of
just
stand?
running into Hux kinda to give a good bump.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a 1d6.
A 3.
Mm-hmm. Huxley, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom save.
Why would you just attack me?
You're killing
It would
yourself.
appear that Silas is trying to stop you from making the fire bigger. He's trying to take away your wall.
No, leave him and do this.
Silas is clearly an enemy. He's trying to stop you. You will remain possessed. Red.
It's my turn. I don't think Greater Restoration helps with that. I don't. Well, I mean, it would land charm, but that one isn't charm, right?
Not quite.
Counterpoint. I cast Charm Person on Huxley.
Okay.
It's a Wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Just fail another one.
This will be the one Hux succeeds.
Yeah.
DC's 20 though. DC's 20.
Early.
You better
Not
not
20.
fucking succeed this one.
Would be
Not
so
20.
funny.
Swear to
Not
God.
20.
Ooh.
17.
So 17 would have broken the other one.
Yeah.
And I guess it breaks this one, because as you are being now charmed by Red, the conflict of minds does push the siren out.
Oh.
You regain your senses as you remember that you're Huxley. You remember who you are. You are not gonna blow yourself up anymore. There's no benefit to being in the fire, and there's a ghost right behind you.
And also, I'm very much your friend. I'm the best friend you ever had. But I mean, I was before. But, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, except now you kind of have to think that.
And I'm gonna probably give it inspiration to somebody. Oh, that ended invisibility, by the way. Yeah, I'm gonna shout. I guess I'm gonna shout to Silas. I'm sure that explosion woke up the rest of them. There's another one in that room, like pointing through to this door that's like sort of a drop.
Oh, another one.
That's the end of my turn, but you get an inspiration.
Emmet.
Bad
You
choices.
see one of the specters move past the corridor.
Whatever's going on back there is bad enough.
Mm-hmm.
Lynn will move here. Can you see it or no?
You can see it. It moved past, but lost sight.
Here, can she see it?
You still can't see it.
She'll dash.
You move so you can see this entire hall. You cannot see it.
Not even with true sight. 15 feet.
Does just like go through walls?
I don't believe so. Let me double check.
You cannot see it.
I can see into the ethereal plane. I just don't know if that sees through walls. I'm
You're
gonna say
currently
no.
unable to.
That's fine. Let's see. I see nobody in this room here.
No.
It's so messy. What are my friends doing? I'm gonna go ahead. And I'm gonna back up with her. Oh wait, I already used my action. All I have is my movement anyways. In a bonus section. I will move right here and prepare to do something my next turn, I guess.
Okay. Huxley.
Rat, I'll protect you.
I never doubted you.
Turn around, swing against.
Okay.
For a 26
That'll hit.
and a 24 to hit.
Also hits.
Then it's 27 damage on the first attack and 23 damage on the second attack.
Mm-hmm.
And run to protect. also there. No, I'll
Speaking of Silas,
Mm-hmm.
what does Silas do? You see Huxley, seemingly back in control, start swinging at the siren, tearing more and more sort of holes into the wispy form.
Yeah, Silas is just staring at the siren now. And is looking very serious. You made me hurt my friend. And he's gonna jump at it and slash, 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 slash.
Okay, go ahead.
Not very good roll, it's gotta say. But it's a plus 12. So there's a 14 hit.
14 does not hit.
There's a 16 hit.
16 does hit.
Okay, then there's 3 hits. Oh, I stole Abelin. Whoops.
Fucked up.
That's fine. I'm just hanging out back here anyway. Just,
Just.
wondering what on earth my friends are doing.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
Blowing up the building.
I'm pretty sure that's what it sounds like they're doing.
It's 18 plus 21. It's 39 damage. No, 18 plus 80. No, it's not 39. It's 36.
Mhm. The wispy form of the spectre seems to falter a little. It's your turn.
Oh yes.
Rat.
You're gonna go over to this window. I'm gonna call out, Vin, come over here and blast any of these ghosts through the window.
Oh boy. We thought this couldn't get any worse. Well.
You hear this thumping outside,
Nice.
and you see a shadow fall.
And I'm gonna go ahead and kind of jump back away from
If you have Huxley and Silas, you probably see sort of a barrel come close to this.
I'm
Yes.
assuming they kind of got blown out from the explosion.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you know what? All of these are probably blown out. You see just the barrel level down, and I guess make an attack with a prismatic cannon.
I don't know what his modifier is.
Hmm?
Is it the same?
Isn't
That
it
hits.
just
That absolutely hits. It's an 18 plus 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
You, Huxley, Silas, see just light in front of your eyes. This beam that blasts through the room probably burns a fairly large hole into the wall just beyond.
It's like 49 radiant.
And absolutely obliterates the siren ghost in front of you. And for now, you are out of initiative.
What?
It would have made way more sense to turn into a fire elemental.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of like casting a spell. You gotta focus on the
There are
base
probably
things.
flames sort of lingering around you, but with the windows open, fairly quickly you see these fires and flames dwindle and flicker out.
Okay, that didn't go quite to plan.
I'm so sorry. I just
Oh, sorry. I dropped charm person.
Rip. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Oh, that was.
I mean, it's okay.
Did you drop the invisibility, by the way, or am I still
That
invisible?
went down when I
Okay.
cast Charm Person.
Good.
I thought suddenly that the ghost was pretty nice because it was hitting the other ghost.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
I wanted to protect it. And then
I
I just
mean,
needed to
yeah.
get warm.
That makes sense. Okay, we'll keep that in mind when we resurrect.
I mean, it is pretty cold in here.
It is pretty cold in here.
Also, you look
That's-
terrible, Hux. You got punched
Yeah.
quite a bit, I think.
You need some healing?
Fine. I'm not even bloody.
Okay, I'm still gonna just cast a regular heal.
I'm sorry I hurt you. Didn't want to.
Uh,
It's 10 healing. Alright, Evelyn was a bit impatient. We should probably go. If we don't see the ghosts.
Where is she?
Yeah, she's good. I think she was right on the... Hang on, she's right around the corner.
You left her alone? Oh no.
She's currently holding her like blasting rod that shoots the firebolts out, kind of glancing between the two directions, and for a second like spins it in your direction
Oh.
before lowering it.
So I'm just gonna...
But as soon as she
sneaking.
sees you,
Okay.
she's going to tell you telepathically. There was one of those spirits just moved somewhere around here in the hole after the big explosion. I'm not sure where it went, lost track of it.
Okay, we're gonna sneak by. And we're just gonna like tell her this. Sneak by. It's we're heading this way.
Mm-hmm. Can you go ahead and make me an acrobatics roll? You are climbing over
Oh,
a
right,
number
yeah.
of rubble.
Here we go again.
You probably
8.
were better going through that door. You know, through the hole you guys made.
But didn't you tell me it was in here?
No, I said it. I lost sight of it. I have no idea where it went.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different. I'll go in here then.
Which it might be in there. Yep.
You open the door and you see the ghost. Just sort of staring at these tanks and boilers.
I'm gonna go and close the door.
Okay.
I think I took up most of my move to do the little chickadee jog there. Oh, I'm good. I'm just gonna hold the door closed.
Okay.
I mean, we're not coming. So you guys see.
Yeah, you are out of initiative. You can move around freely.
Are Rox and Silas alright?
I think they're coming. Are they coming?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you.
I'm just like holding the door closed.
Wait.
I think Hugs is like,
Are you guys moving over the rubble?
oh yeah.
I will.
Roll me
man.
I will.
acrobatics check.
I will probably still roll an acrobatics check, but I wanna jump towards this wall, kick off that wall
Okay.
over here and
Easy
here
walk
and
up.
there.
Parkour.
Still an acrobatics check, except the check is higher.
It's fine.
25.
It's totally fine.
As soon as Hugs
With-
sees Evelyn, he is gonna become like a child that has definitely done something wrong. He will like looks super guilty, but try to like play it off.
Natural fucking 20. Let's go.
Amazing.
That's the coolest thing I've ever
That's
seen.
the
You see Huxley almost shrink, even, having an easier time just sort of passing through the
Mhm.
little space that is there from the rubble. And head towards you as Silas almost jumping over Huxley. Just wall jumps to the side and lands on his feet.
Evelyn's eyes would definitely narrow in on Hux and like an eyebrow slowly like arching upwards. All things are alright then?
Yeah,
And all according to plan.
Right.
We got the body.
We got the body.
Right. Well,
You like
we're
bodies, right?
going... I appreciate the thought. I think you will have to circle back to that though. Along the path that we're going, it leads up to the rooftops. There's this area of like a opening ceiling that opens up, and there's warmth coming from it. But there's some pillars around it that look similar to something that you've taken form with before. So potentially some element of an elemental. And we should possibly be cautious if they're still there.
I talked to that.
Let's again like give them like a glance over, like trying to piece out what exactly happened while they were gone. But she's gonna kind of turn and begin to move down the hallway
Huxley got possessed.
again.
Well, well, okay, and then Huxley got possessed. First five-legged banshee, then by me, but it's fine, I think.
So 3 times possessed.
Thrice possessed, yes.
Let's continue.
Do we
to be
want to
a
check
bit-
the rest of it? I mean, we don't usually get a chance to resupply.
We might just continue to run into more of these things, but if you want, we can.
I'd kind of like to. I mean, it's been a while since we've had a chance to.
Right. Then lead on.
I mean, is there a balance agree? I don't know. Silas, I'd say. It's like pointing at
Mm-hmm.
this door and.
Is there a what? What was the question?
I'm just thinking, do we want to check the rest of the rooms this way first?
I mean,
Because we don't get a
probably
chance to
more
resupply.
ghosts. Let's go where it's important,
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
Not taking any more chances.
Fair enough. We'll
Let's
just
go.
go this way. Okay. Oh, you're going that way.
Oh, wait, okay,
This-
it's not
this
on
door.
the door. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can take the ghost easily.
So we're 50-50 split. Got it.
Split the party. Let's go.
Always works.
I don't really care.
We should probably stick together whichever way we go.
Like,
So there's no further
we'll open doors
eruption.
until we see a ghost. Okay.
All right.
They're interested in heat.
Ignore that I'm still on fire.
Yeah, you see in this room one door which looks to be reinforced with these metal studs and
Okay.
long
Mhm.
indents of metal rods, and you see one of the regular doors.
I'm just gonna assume this is unlocked and just gonna crack this one. Carefully look at it.
You look into a fairly dimly lit hallway.
Hallway. Looks empty so far. And let Evelyn do whatever with that.
There's a number of
mhm, mhm.
crates and barrels stacked up in the corner. Looks fairly messy, and so far you see no movement.
Evelyn will check the door for traps, see if it's locked.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll me investigation.
That is 18.
You take a quick look around. Despite the sort of reinforced nature of the door, its hinges and its locks seem to be fairly loosely fitted, much in line with the rest of the construction you see around. It doesn't look like there are any tripwires or traps present.
Then she will go ahead and try to open the door. See if it's
It
locked or if it
is
opens.
locked. You turn the
Shoot.
handle, but
Quickly
it is
unlock
a
it.
bolt.
You're still rolling everything at advantage.
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah. She will unlock it with a math. 28.
Mm-hmm.
And ever so slightly kind of crack it, making sure there's looking for like ghosts and stuff like that first.
Let's see.
As the door opens, you see what appears to be an armory. There is this sort of large, heavy metal bar hanging across this room that seems to be used for some sort of heavy transport. But other than that, all you see is tables and weapons.
Maybe quick. This looks like a room that doesn't open up anywhere else. Seems safe at the moment. So there might be some weapons in here that are useful. She'll finish pushing the door open.
We do have a bomb to replace.
Stepping
As
into
you
the room.
fully open the door, you would immediately pick up on a slight aura of magic.
Evelyn will move towards that.
Just immediately around the corner, there is a trident lying underneath the table. Its construction seems strange. It is more of a bident than a trident, except in the middle there is this slight, small spike that appears to have some sort of function.
There's a magical weapon in here of swords. If I had a minute, I could quickly figure out what it is. I'm not sure if there's anything else in here that's more mundane, like a bomb, that you might be able to make use of. But she will work on identifying if nobody has any objections.
Sure. Silas, ideas, weapons? Need to replace any ball bearings? I don't know.
I mean, I will take additional ball bearings.
I don't know if there are any here. I'm just looking around, looking at whatever, if there's anything. Like a bomb or grenade or a...
Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Okay. 17.
You don't see any sort of containers that look like they could be holding any ball bearings. There aren't any bags or similar containers nearby. However, underneath this table you find several rounded shells, empty, right next to a barrel that smells fairly familiar and vaguely of gunpowder.
Ah, perfect. Got some little bomb shells here. I can just fill these up.
Taking about a minute or so, you could likely pack enough gunpowder into these shells to make a few potent explosives.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me
you. Never mind.
I'll have some explosives here shortly, actually.
Go ahead and roll me 3d4.
Don't roll on d8s. Oof. 1, 1, and 2.
Okay. You managed to create for potent explosives.
Nice.
Fairly simply, you pack gunpowder into these empty shells, add a fuse, and close up the whole pack.
I'll hand one to Huxley. And then one to Silas. And keep two. Unless everyone wants one.
I
She's
have
busy.
some already, but
So you're giving one to Hux, who
One
just
potent explosive.
Mhm.
exploded themselves.
I
like
mean,
2
4
minutes
times
ago.
possessed would be wild. Like, nobody gets possessed 4 times.
Hux, the thrice called. What happens? Have we ever said Hux's name 3 times in a row?
I'm probably.
Probably.
Like just Huxley, Huxley, Huxley?
you definitely.
Evelyn, as you finish identifying the weapon, you find out that it has a name. It
Tine
is
splitter.
a tine splitter.
Sheesh.
Anyone relatively decent at tridents? This is a nice one.
I mean, I've trained with all kinds of weapons, so what does it do?
It's definitely a well-made, so you should have a bit of an easier time striking with it. And additionally, you can, if you're in water, you can move about a bit easier while you're attacking. Additionally, you can make a path of like a dry path through a body of water relatively long, probably around 120 feet long or so, so that you can move through water. Mm, or you could attempt to attack a creature that is made of water, like a water elemental, and it would do significant damage against that.
Oh, like those clouds, maybe even? The
Potentially,
cloud pillar things?
but you would have to attune to it.
I mean, it does sound useful in certain situations. I feel like it's something we should at least like keep for now, in case we need it. But I don't feel like it's something we should prepare all the time.
Yeah, sure.
No, though it could come in handy here potentially, just based on what we face. If you didn't have a great way of attacking a elemental creature made of water. But that would be at the cost of probably losing something else that you might find just as handy.
I'll take it for now, I guess.
By all means, Charlie will hand it over to him.
Nice. This was worth stopping by for.
Did you want to continue down the hole that you was
Yeah,
behind the door?
I mean, let's go until we see a ghost. Like I said. Oh, book. See? Book. I mean,
I'll go glance at the book.
Again, it is written in Aquan.
How long does comprehend languages work?
I think it was an hour. You haven't Is it? Was it concentration? I don't think it was.
It's not concentration,
It's
no.
not concentration. You'd likely still be able to read it.
She'll lay a hand down on the page and attempt to see if it has anything that looks important or significant.
Immediately from the way it is written, you can tell that it appears to be a novel. Does not seem to contain any actual important information. The story, as far as you can tell from a quick glance, appears to currently, at the page you're at, revolve around a fairly young knight.
And she'll pick up the book and read there's not anything here that's probably of importance, but you might be able to take it back to the college and see if anyone there finds it interesting.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Seems like a story of sorts.
Just kind of glancing through. Any of these supplies look interesting.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation roll.
Okay. Even if they're like mundane, I might pick up if it's like food. I'll pick up some stuff. Investigation 22.
Looking around in a lot of these bags, you see one appears to be grain. It seems damaged, appearing in the same way like most other things, like it had been frozen and is now thawing. Currently, it appears to be somewhat usable, though you know if it would remain for a longer amount of time, it would likely start to mold fairly quickly. The barrels, however, seem to contain some kind of liquid, but you would be unaware of what is inside until you open them.
I suppose I can take like this couple scoops of the grain and then pop the barrel and like I'll nod. I'll check the spare. If you want to check the rest of the hallway, to like Sophos or whoever.
Evelyn can keep moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Being quiet because she doesn't trust that there's not just a ghost hanging out around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a ghost hanging out around the corner?
You do not see a ghost hanging around the corner.
Then she'll glance over this pile and see if there's anything worth taking.
You will see more piles of grain. Some of these appear to be ground into flour already, much like the bags of grain you found. They are in a state of damage through cold and water.
Leave it me.
What happened to be in the barrel?
How do you open the barrel? Do you upright it before you open it, or do you just sort of...
Does it have like a what do you call it? A tap that I can like pop in and out, or?
It does not have a tap attached. You probably have to, get one and then
Tap it. Yeah.
break it in, tap it in.
I guess I would write it.
Baby.
There is no mother in the barrel. Instead, as you write it and crack open the barrel, you see a reddish liquid. Currently, it almost appears as if the liquid itself is almost as a sort of slush, half frozen still.
Is this a
But
wine
enough of
slushy?
But enough of it is liquid.
Wine slushies! Could have a wine slushy.
It smells very distinctly of alcohol.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a little wine slushy.
You just scoop with your hand.
Yeah, dude.
You take a little sip, and it is. I mean, you're not quite sure if it's the right weather for it. It is very refreshing, but in the cold, it isn't really necessary. You drink some very cold wine slush.
Dude, I didn't even think of it. I'm gonna put one of these on tap in the mansion later.
Are there multiple barrels or of that stuff?
There are two of them.
Does it look like one of the barrels would fit into my bag of holding?
Oh, I'm not actually taking the barrel, so there's. If you
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
The full bag would be difficult to fit in the bag of holding.
Okay.
It's easier with things that can partially fit inside, as once it starts going in, there's almost this spatial shrinking as it starts going inside. But with the barrel and its form, it'd be difficult to get sort of even a corner in to start that process.
Red, you have
Yeah.
like a couple empty bottles or something?
Do not really on me. If you want to take it, it's probably. It might just be easiest to like ask Vin to like grab it if we just like halt it over there, but I don't know.
No, I've been wherever we've been visiting and we've seen some alcohol and wine. I've been gathering stuff, so whenever we meet Kara again, I can like offer her all the stuff
yeah.
and tell her the stories around it, and that's why I'm
Oh,
like grabbing all
I
the
saw
alcohol.
some in the dining room. There's a bunch of
Ooh,
empty bottles. Hanging.
great. That's. We'll be right back, guys.
Stay with that. Stay with that. No, no, I'm going.
Okay. Are you sure you want to go alone? There are like ghosts and stuff
yeah.
around.
Okay. I do need an escort.
I was gonna check this door.
We're just gonna grab some bottles and cups.
The door
Yeah.
appears locked.
If she listens, does she hear anything on the other side of the door?
Go ahead and roll me a perception roll.
6.
6. There is this permanent sort of howling of wind as the air pushes through the boards and the hallways. Especially with the, at some places, fairly shoddy construction. It's difficult to tell.
And she will attempt to unlock it with the. Is it 30? And then try and pull the door shut again.
Okay. You start to open the door and you see the sort of sliver of a ghostly figure, and you immediately pull the door closing it.
Hux, there is a wraith of some sort in this room, so we should not go in there.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like it doesn't take that long to grab a couple of bottles.
You take the empty bottle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take those and put the back over here and start to dip them.
Okay. Take a few empty bottles, you dip them in the wine slush, and it takes a little bit longer to fill these, as, you know, the sort of slushy wine is a little bit thicker in consistency, but you manage to fill up the bottles and close them.
I will hand them over to Silas.
Thank you.
If you just took the empty bottles lying around, there would be exactly 2 of them.
There you go. Okay, so there's one around the corner.
In the room, there's a room right here, and there is a wraith-like creature in there.
Okay, so let's be quiet. You want to keep going, or just?
We can.
Okay.
And then we'll sneak forward.
Go ahead and roll me stealth roll.
Uh, that's 28 for me.
Use 32. I don't know if the other two are still along or not.
What's the silence?
Sorry, what did you say?
I'll just follow.
We're sneaking. Are you sneaking as well?
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
of course. I'm always sneaky.
I.
Then what is your stealth roll?
Is it sound based?
Yes.
It is not great.
It's a casual natural 20 for a 31.
Oh,
Nice.
well,
And
18.
then
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you are fairly silent down this corridor. There's this occasional sort of creaking of wood, but then it's quickly suppressed.
and try and glance around the corner and to this hall and
You
see.
peer around the corner and you see more supplies, more crates, and what appears to be an anvil.
Anything
and-
pinging for magic?
Otherwise, you see nothing. Nothing of interest.
Okay. Looks like more storage that way. And everyone will glance down this hall.
As you peer around the corner, you are met with a wall
Barricade.
of furniture, crates, all manner of things sort of piled up, almost as a barricade.
All the way to the ceiling, or no?
No, there you could theoretically climb over it, but it does not appear to be very stable.
But it doesn't go to the ceiling.
No.
We could probably try and go see what's on the other side, at least me and Jurette.
Oh yeah, okay, fly over.
Evelyn will fly up and try and fly over the barricade.
Okay. There is a door,
Door.
sort of in the barricade, and there is a door at the sort of end of the hallway on the other side.
She'll initially make enough room for Rhett to get past the barricade as well.
I don't know how we're gonna get in that room. Like pointing that way. Unless Huxley wants to do the door thing again. Man, this is really well barricaded.
Maybe the door opens to the other side.
I can open the door.
Let us check this one first, maybe. You know what? It's fine. Just do.
I'm carefully
Evelyn's
climbing
gonna-
over the rubble and try and open the doors.
Oh, good boy.
Oh,
They're coming
if
through.
you are starting to climb over the rubble, go ahead and roll me acrobatics check.
Evelyn's trying to check the door real fast as she notices them coming after her.
I can just send the room
You
back
check
to
for
you.
traps.
Yeah. She's trying to check the
Investigation.
door for traps. She's trying to see if it's locked.
15.
Um,
13 on the acrobatics.
Checking. Investigation is a 29.
There doesn't appear to be any traps, and as you go to try the door, it does not appear to be locked.
And she will try and crack the door enough to be able to see in to see if there's any wraiths in here. But she's intentionally moving the door as slowly and quietly as possible to...
As you open the door, you first see a body. You see crates, shelves, stacked all the way to the ceiling, and of course, you see a ghost. It appears to be almost sort of scratching at the wall. And from where you're standing, you see a faint glow of magic. There are boots on this corpse that give off a faint glow. And perhaps even more interestingly, there is a crumpled note clutched in his hand.
We might be able to sneak in there. But I need, like, super quiet.
As she's glancing over Rhett's shoulder at the, like...
Probably hear this, like, slight shifting and clacking of things as you see both of them climb over.
There is a note and some sort of magical boots in there.
Do we just want to take it down fast? Just like looking back at them crunching through a little bit.
We can certainly try.
Yeah. Alright. I'll just get lined up and I'll wait for the other two to get over here.
Yeah, Silas was checking the door. He didn't really... Just to see if it opens.
Stop in front of the opposite side of the door. You turn the handle?
Yeah, I just want to check if it actually opens or if it just goes into our direction.
As soon as you turn the handle, there is a loud clatter. As you open the door, a couple of pieces of this barricade fall inside. As you open the kitchen. Evelyn, Red, you see the ghost sort of react and start to turn. Is there anything you do as a sort of reaction?
Yeah, I'll...
I was already gonna attack.
Go ahead.
So.
Yeah.
I'll just attack it twice.
Okay.
I would probably try and shoot off a firebolt, but...
Lowest is at 21.
Okay, well, that's it.
And 15 for... No, gosh, 25 for a firebolt.
It's 14 magical piercing for me.
14?
14.
Evelyn.
Yeah.
As your firebolt
Yeah.
hits the wraith, its movement starts to speed up.
Oh gosh, got it.
As you see the fire
Mm-hmm.
sort of pierce it, seemingly deal damage, but at the same time sort of meld into it.
So you don't need actual damage roll, correct?
I do.
Oh, you do. Okay. That is... That was a good roll. 34 points of fire damage.
Nice.
So I rolled 2 10s.
It does appear like the damage is somewhat resistant, but you do deal damage. And as you can go ahead and roll initiative. I would say we take a 5 to 10 minute break real quick.
Sounds good.
All
I
right.
gotta go to the toilet, and I will be right back. Mm. The adjacent crate.
Oh, sorry, just 23 damage.
And you see a number of ball bearings spill out all over the floor.
There's the ball bearings.
There we go.
That's my turn.
Okay. Evelyn.
Well, it's going to shift forward, but say loudly enough so everyone can hear her. Avoid using fire on them.
Avoid?
Avoid. And then we'll come this way. And most of what Evelyn does is fire too. That's fire too, isn't it? Yep.
Oops, all fine.
You know what? Instead, Evelyn's actually gonna just move into the corpse and try and take the note so that that doesn't get burnt up in anything.
Okay.
And she will
It appears to
pocket
be
it
a
for
fairly
now.
small slip of paper, and you quickly grab it.
She's not gonna read it at this exact moment, but she's going to pocket it and then back up, and that will be her turn for the moment.
Mhm.
So she
You
dashes.
would be able to do that with a free object interaction.
Yeah, but the movement range is dashing.
I see. Then it would be Red's turn.
I'm gonna come in and say, cover your eyes! To Huxley and Evelyn.
Can I cover my eyes as a reaction?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna pull out my lantern and say a command word, emitting a radiant. So I need a DC 15 Constitution save. As I too cover my eyes.
That's a fail.
Nice. So it's gonna be 11 radiant damage.
Okay.
So there's this bright flash of light. Then I'll say, you're good.
After the flash of light, you see the Spectre's form start to flicker.
Okay, I'm gonna move to the side. That's my turn.
Okay. Silas.
Mm-hmm.
The first attack will be made with disadvantage.
I was just kind of stumbling forward, surfing the rubble that's flowing into the kitchen a little bit forward.
Okay.
That's why I'm a little bit like out of touch with his first turn. Like I was in my back, I can hear the noises about fighting, and I'm like, "Wah!" And just try and turn around and jump over the rubble to get to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just fiddle with my bow and just be like, ah, I'm just gonna shoot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it? It's all attacks with disadvantage?
Only the first one.
Okay. So longbow 1 is this one. So 11 and 12. So it's an 11 plus. Plus, let me see, something. are both good, plus 13. So yeah, the lowest is a 23.
All of them hit.
35 piercing damage if it's can be hit.
All 3 of your arrows fly through the target.
Mm.
There's this sort of dispersal of its form as the first 2 strike, and as the third one flies through, its form entirely dispersed. All 3 of these arrows also hit the wall just behind this triplet of thunks. And you are again out of initiative.
Disappeared?
Yeah.
Uh,
It dispersed.
mm,
Like a
okay.
flame.
Evelyn's gonna glance down at the note in her hand. And try and read it.
Okay.
Ball bearings.
Ball bearings.
You collect some of the ball bearings.
I don't. It's just too much of a hassle to just pick
There
up
is
all of
just,
them.
Yeah. Number of ball bearings all over the ground at the moment.
They were, I think, trying, or they were in the plane of air, or they were trying to get there.
Huh. Wait. Does this mean we could maybe find that dang genie? I don't know if that's even a good idea. Why would Tritons be trying to get to the plane of air?
It doesn't quite make sense. It seems like they also brought the hippocamp here, and then realized afterwards that it was a bad idea.
Yeah, no shit. Sorry, I mean, but like water creatures in the planet come out.
Right. She'll pass the Rhett to the note. Wow. She'll pass the note to Rhett just so that he can get a full glance of it in context. But then she'll go ahead and try and identify the boots.
So they must have like pulled it back to him, I guess. Kind of just give the room a brief once over, looking in boxes.
Is there anything over there where it was scratching at the wall?
Probably like a heat duct. Let me see. Kind of inspect the wall.
You don't see anything directly at the wall. It seems to be just cobblestone as the rest of the walls.
Can I like feel? Is this spot warmer than like this
Yeah,
spot?
go ahead and draw me perception.
15. Wait, 16.
Touching the wall, it does feel slightly warm. As you go over this one, also it feels slightly warm.
Might be pipes behind this wall or something.
It seemed to speed up when it was hit by fire.
Huh.
Speed up.
Did anybody else find anything useful around here?
What's is that a trophy that's lying around here, or what is that?
It appears to be a. It's not particularly a trophy. There's no engravings or anything, but it does appear to be a fairly large sort of grail.
Does it have
Is it a
any
gem
inscription or
encrusted?
something?
It doesn't appear gem encrusted, and from its sort of hint, you'd wager it's probably bronze and not gold. But it could still be valuable.
I want to pick it up.
Okay. Go ahead and add a large bronze grail to your inventory.
Go get a scoop of that slush wine. Enjoy
Mhm.
yourself.
As you finish identifying these boots,
Mhm.
you find that they are mist walkers.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Hux, what are your thoughts about taking another magical item that you would have to attune to? But if it's foggy out, then you can fly as fast as you can walk. And if there's a wizard that's running away from you and you go in a straight line after them, then you can Misty Step after them as well and try and catch up to them.
Very tempting. But we have 3 items already.
All the attunement slots.
Well, I could unattune. Well, I could switch attunements from like day to day, whatever I think
Mm-hmm.
is more useful. Timepiece of travel or
Right now outside, everything seemed really foggy around here, right, Becker?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they might be incredibly useful for you to get around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you move just a bit faster in general.
I'll be so fast.
I think you're the one of us that I know that occasionally Silas can pop about some and get into the air a bit that way, but I think other than changing your form entirely, that's at least my thoughts, but it's up for grabs for whoever.
Yeah, go for it. I'll clam you.
Yeah, you can have it. I don't think Becca would allow me the third pair of boots to wear.
I mean, not at the same time.
Yeah, that's. I'm already like I have 2 of them. I won't press my luck here. Push my luck.
Our boot is a hat.
What if I put them on my hands?
Boot man. Only if you walk on all fours.
Oh my
Technically,
god.
magic items reshape to fit your size, but they reshape to fit over your magical boots.
The magic will interfere. If you put a boot inside another boot, I feel like the inside boot would lose its
Fair, that's fair.
effect.
Your feet are teleported to the astral plane.
You get the extra movement, but you can never stop moving.
But the Misty Step is a free action, essentially. It doesn't require an action or a bonus action to use the Misty Step, which is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So if you're trying to book it somewhere, these are great.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else in these? I see lots of
Mm.
crates, but
There's nothing else that pings immediately magical, right, Becker?
Nothing else, no.
I'm going to at least look at the notes to see if there's anything significant there.
Much like the notes on the table you found before, they appear to denote a certain inventory. Likely what you see in this room.
Is there anything on the inventory that looks like it could be useful?
Depends sort of what you're looking for. It details an amount of money and general supplies such as lumber, nails, iron, ingots, cogs, wheels, that sort of thing. Is there anything specific you'd be looking for? I swear to God. Okay. And that wasn't even, what the fuck? Who's fucking spamming me?
Sit one with- um. They already found ball bearings. Maybe like basic things like I'd say lumber, but we have tons of access to that if we wanted to take some, just from the buildings in themselves.
the things for like, but not replacing
Right. Anything on the
oils.
maybe something like things that we could use on the dart.
There is probably a fair amount of sort of machine oil and grease listed. You don't see anything sort of relating to specific unguents like you had used for the reincarnate, but there's definitely sort of mechanical supplies.
Okay. Then the mechanical supplies that we'd probably
Okay.
try and pack down those and shove them into Rhett's bag. Where is that?
They are sort of directed towards shelves, these supplies, and you find the box containing mechanical supplies fairly quickly.
Hey, Rhett, just put this in your bag as well.
Or it hurts to have something to repair the dart if it, gets beat up.
Just out of curiosity, quick medical check. Does it seem like the same sort of death that we've seen previously on the bodies?
Yes.
Okay. Was there anything in the other room that you came across?
There
Silas,
was
or-
a kitchen area over there. Couldn't really get a good look. I was kind of worried about you guys, so came back before really looking.
Oh, okay. I don't think we really need anything for a kitchen.
The only thing I want to check, Becca, what are the
Yes.
bottles
No,
over
I
there?
Oh, as you look at these bottles, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I glance in here and see.
Close
what
to close to a natural one, but instead it's a 31.
There is this sort of, even where the frost is not directly covering everything, there's still this thin layer of hoarfrost and sort of almost like dew, but finer, sort of layered on everything, except around 3 of these bottles. Evelyn, as you step inside, you do sense a faint magical glow from those same bottles.
Silas, something over there is magical. that you're in front of something with the bottles.
Magical. Makes him an immediate step back. What do you mean?
Everyone will go over to the 3 bottles that King is magical, I suppose.
Mhm.
Without spending the time to do 3 minutes of identification, does this look like the containers are magical, or probably the liquid inside is magical?
The liquid is this sort of clear amber color. It does appear like some sort of potion or something similar. The bottle itself is a clear glass, which would be unusual if it were to contain alcohol.
Probably potions. I can try and identify these as we make our way back.
Yeah. Well, we were saying about the boots.
Oh.
Do we want to like take the time?
Yeah, we could
put those on since they're
that's-
most useful probably right now.
Yeah, we could do that. I could see if there's anything I could identify these, and Hux, if you wanted to try on the boots, we could spend a bit of time here. Seems relatively safe for the moment.
Never mind the magical
Also-
ones. As soon as she has taken care of the magical ones, I want to check the normal ones.
Can I keep a
Much
half
like
eye?
the empty bottles, it
Mhm.
appears that the rest of these bottles are wine bottles.
Wine bottles. Yeah, I'm gonna take all of them.
Okay. You may and what is that? 5 more.
As he packs away the wine bottles, do any of them look like a really good bottle of wine?
They all seem fairly similar to each other.
Okay.
They're not very distinct from one another, aside from the 3 in the middle.
Probably just poor people's wine. It's fine. And then we'll work on identifying the 3 bottles, but I think we're taking a short rest.
We're taking a short rest here.
Yeah, I think we're taking a short rest here so that Hux can try and attune to the boots if she wants to, or he wants to.
Might as well.
Okay.
Can I attune to the boots and also take a short rest and heal?
Yeah, you can attune to the boots as part of your short rest.
Can I sneak down the hall and get more wine slusher as part of my short rest?
You can, yeah. I mean, at this point, you can return to that barrel and drink your fill if you'd wanted to. But depending on how much you drink, I might have to have you roll in something. If you are indulging.
I mean, a little. Like, let's say 2 drinks worth.
Okay.
Just enough to get smooth so I shoot better, you know what I mean? Just
Okay.
nice and smooth.
Not enough to sort of, get crunk. For, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You can drink enough to at least get a slight buzz without immediately becoming drunk.
Probably heal as well. Oh, you can use this for the last time ever. If we're still under these rules, you could play Song of Rest. You could add a 1d12 to your healing. Nice.
It was almost a 12.
We got to use the
The-
rule one time before it's
3 bottles, Evelyn,
Mhm.
appear to be all the same kind of potion or drink, depending on how you look at it. They are all three of the very rare variety. A drink named Bloody Maryland.
What's that?
Um, uh, so these are. It's technically a potion, but it's also just as alcoholic. Um, and drinking it, you'll definitely feel it. It's a bit stronger than normal. But if you drink it, then. Actually, if you drink it, then for about a minute, probably. Um, if you were attempting to fight, you'd be a bit more reactive than normal. After that, though, you probably feel rather exhausted.
Interesting.
It's a bit spicy in flavor, though.
Oh, I'll keep trying.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pass them over to Rhett to keep hold of.
Must be really good fighting wizards. They hate it when you drink and then fight them. I'm just thinking double counterspell all the way.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Does anyone else want one? I don't need to hog them. I got three. You want one? Do you do reactions?
Reactions for me are like I can do shield. Otherwise, it's like normal reaction stuff that just about anybody could do, like attack of opportunity stuff. I think that's the only normal reaction I have.
Silas use reactions for any of the like slip stuff?
Yeah, I use quite a few actually. I can raise my AC
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
definitely take one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you want to spell Huxley or do you not do many reactions? Yeah, do it.
I can use them mainly for attacks of opportunities.
So with that we hang out and chill and attune. Is it? Do you think it's worth attuning to that like trident right now for fighting the watery thing? How watery with the clouds?
They
feel-
seemed like steam, if I'm correct. Does that sound about right? Steam or fog, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So probably a variation of a water element of some sort. But I don't know if that would be the only thing that we come across.
So do you think the tide splitter thing would be worth it now or not?
I think it would probably be worth it if we come across something that's particularly strong. The ability that it has specifically against water elementals was rather good.
We'll let Silas make his mind his own mind on that. I don't know if it will or not.
I mean, I could.
It's your choice. So the only thing that really jumps out at me currently, because the part water doesn't really make much sense currently, at least from what we've been able to see. There's no water. But the targeting against the water elemental, being able to do it. I mean, it is only a DC 15 con save, so that's the tricky part.
Yeah.
But it does do 8d8 damage, which is decent. But you'd only be able to do that 7 times.
Also, I mean, the thing I'm always thinking about is like my normal attack, I'd have 4 attacks. I do, if all of those hit, I usually do 8d6 plus X. So that's not that much less
Yeah.
right now.
It might be worth it to save it then for like an attempt when we are underwater.
Yeah.
That seems like it's where it's best used, but
Yep.
Sounds good. So we're probably just gonna finish up Preston then.
Okay. You finish your short rest. You may use your hit dice and whatnot. During this short rest, while it is fairly cold, nothing else appears to happen.
Right, everyone ready to continue on?
Yeah.
Guess we'll just backtrack our path and see if the pathway is still clear.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
have a little fly over the pile of stuff. Carefully watch around the corners.
You make your way back the way you came.
Oh, look, we've missed the room over there. Just
Yeah.
checking the door.
Yeah, you're right.
As soon as you step near that door, there's this cold wind pushing in from underneath.
Everyone assumed it was a door to the outside. But you could certainly look at it.
You try the door.
I want to listen closely first before I open the door.
You hear the soft howling of wind.
I want to open the door slowly.
You crack open the door and immediately there's this wash of air and a couple of snowflakes that drift in. Looking outside, you see outside.
Alright, close the door, follow the others again. It's just leading outside.
As you move through the hallways, you find that, at least so far, the ghosts have not moved any further.
Why is that wall there? Pointing to this. Weird layout.
A bit cautious there, so as they were wondering these holes.
Yeah.
You trying to make our way back to this courtyard place.
Mm-hmm. You move through the courtyard without any issues. And move ahead carefully, knowing that there's still a hole here.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just
you
flew over
ghost
it.
to call that room its home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be polite because I know Silas can't just fly over everything and walk with them.
Okay.
Nah, Evelyn just flies.
Because I know that we have to like.
You walk
Oh, yeah.
over through this opening, you see another room.
Oh shit! A safe.
Largely empty, you see lumber, supplies, another hatch that likely either leads below or outside.
Silas. Is Silas walking with
It's a
me?
magic room.
Yeah, I'm going over with you.
There. Oh, there's a safe in there. I mean, I can't not stick my head in. Oh, there's gonna be some goodies in there.
Oh, that was good. Any way to open it?
Evelyn, you watch as they walk along, following you,
Hang on.
but then suddenly vanish into this opening, this doorway.
I'm gonna cast message to Evelyn. There's a big safe in here.
Right, hello. Be right there. She'll fly back over. And make her way over to the safe.
The safe appears to not have a lock as you used to. It appears to rather be a tumbling number combination.
Please tell me you have a stethoscope with your medical equipment and just like, pull it out and fire, like yes.
Can I take a moment to try and figure out how the lock works?
You probably would be familiar with these.
Okay.
And of course, as a player, you know how
Yeah.
these combination locks work.
It'd be a lot easier if there's any notes on anything about what the combination to this might be.
Don't see any around here. I'll take a lap. I don't see any notes.
Go ahead and roll me a perception roll.
Can Evelyn search kind of around here and see if there's anything?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll me investigation.
It's an 8.
24.
Looking around the room in general, you, in fact, do not see many notes at all. There's a slight bit of warmth coming from this tank where you see a pipe coming out of the wall, but other than that, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary in this room. Evelyn, as you examine these sort of crates and rubble and furniture around you, it does look like someone moved all of this in this corner either to block the window or simply to move it out of the way to make space. And there doesn't seem to be anything relating to a safe or notes around here. Thinking back through the notes you've read and looked at, there was also similarly no indication of a number coordinate. At least not one that you could relate to this lock.
So I could open it.
Mm-hmm.
But it would probably be a bit loud if I did so.
There aren't any ghosts immediately around here.
Right, so we just have to be on guard a bit. Say,
Does it have to be loud?
I need to. I only need to be able to see it, and
I can back away from the spot. I have to speak a spell, but as long as I can be within 60 feet of it, then if you were...
Loudness is not necessary to it.
Loudness is not necessary, no.
Let's do that.
And then we'll back up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll cast silence.
Okay, you cast silence.
Silence, get over there.
Uh,
I don't know if this is the right silence, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you get that.
and Evan, outside of the silence, will cast knock on the safe.
Mhm. There's this plume of dust as you cast knock, as the safe door visibly just swings open, slamming into the crates and whatnot, revealing its glittering contents. You see stacks of gold in a almost odd shape. Not exactly coin shaped, but almost like a simple representation of a shell. It's the sort of rigid plate of gold, as well as several gems at its own. You do not sense anything magical.
Well, I think we could gather these up. Rhett, did you want to put them in your bag?
Yeah,
Looking
sure,
over
sure.
the gems, does it look like any of the gems are worth enough to be any sort of spell components?
Yes, go ahead and draw me a 1d4 and then a 1d8.
D4, 1d4 is a 3, the 8 is an 8.
The 8 is an 8, you say.
Yes. I rolled a
Nice.
3 and an 8.
Give me 1 second. You find one agate worth 1,000 gold pieces. You find 2 black pearls that are worth 500 gold pieces each. You find 3 diamonds. 2 diamonds are worth 1,000 gold pieces, and 1 diamond is worth 5,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
And that are all the gems that you find.
Nice.
In terms of gold, you receive about 40,000 gold pieces worth of gold.
Yay. Nice.
Ooh.
It should help refresh our stocks.
Yeah. Do you want me to put that on the...
Yeah.
Bonks refresh.
Mm-hmm. Right. Good catch.
Nice.
Is there
So-
anything else that
yeah.
rang magical at all? Or
Nothing magical in this room.
when she searched over here, there wasn't anything chest-wise or...
Nothing that
barrels
stood
or
out to you.
anything like that. Okay.
There are just general supplies again.
Mm-hmm.
Some tools, but nothing that
Okay.
would rouse your interest.
Okay. Right. Should we continue on?
Yeah. Sorry. We have delayed long enough.
Yeah.
Away.
Okay, so you all move on to the rooftop.
Quietly. Evelyn will try and like tell people to be stealthy as they head to the rooftop.
Okay.
And then she'll see if she can't like peek around the chimneys again and spot the things.
You move up to the rooftop to this scene of ice, snow, and plumes of steam coming from almost all of the chimneys around you. You see more pipes spreading across the rooftops and this larger area of thin mist and fog ahead of you. You still see these more dense pillars of fog before you, these two points at the edges of the rooftops, where the cold wind seems to almost swirl in this miniature cyclone.
Evelyn
They
will
have
point
not
those
moved
out.
since last time.
And then we'll point them out to everybody.
I feel like Huxley knows what these are. Do you know what those are, Huxley?
Maybe it's family.
We keep asking Hux if he knows what every elemental creature out there is.
If you were talking, Huxley, you might be muted.
Can I identify them?
Go ahead and roll me a nature check.
Read it up. It is a 14.
You can tell that they're probably similar to the steam elemental that you can turn into. A mixture of water elemental and wind elemental, but they don't quite seem like steam. They don't have the fire component. It appears to be some sort of fog elemental.
Like mist. Do you think if I stand inside of them I can be fast?
I think you could be fast right now. It's pretty foggy.
True.
Do you just want to sneak past them?
Right, the roof over there is open, and it looks like there's more of those arrows on the ground in there.
Okay.
So we can try. I just wanted to make sure we were all aware about that. Just think it's a good move.
I could turn into one of them and try and talk to them.
If they come down after us, maybe that's a good strategy, but let's not start with that.
I will try and sneak forward.
Why do I not
Okay.
have an air water form?
Well, maybe you can get a good look at him and copy it.
Do you move down into the space?
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do is get down in space.
You
Same,
are
just trying to
surrounded
see.
by these large tanks, but they don't appear as you descend into the space like actual tanks. Each one of them appears to have a door set into its side. They do emit this thin waft of steam and foam and warmth. The only place in this area so far where you see the plants sort of flourish.
At least this seems to still work.
Yeah. I don't understand what the tanks are really, but
I don't know if this is a far stretch, Baker,
Mm-hmm.
but looking at the like these almost boiler looking kind of tanks, and the fact that they have like doors on them and stuff like that, and then pipes coming off of them, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, because there's like other elementals here, if they had something like a steam elemental inside of one of those,
Mm-hmm.
would it make sense that that could be what's heating everything?
Potentially, yes. But you'd know that if not sort of restrained magically, a steam elemental, at least with your experience with
would just
Huxley,
be able
would
to-
be able to likely just move through the pipe.
Mm-hmm. We could try and look inside one of them. This one here isn't too far away.
as long as it's not too hot.
Well, we'll move closer to the door and try and see if it feels hot or not.
You do sense warmth and heat, not much stronger than what is around you.
Okay. Kind of. Is there anything that rings out magical about the door or anything?
No.
And she will attempt to test the door to see if it's locked.
It is not.
She will carefully try and open one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a stealth roll.
Mm-hmm. Natural 20. Meaning that she... 30.
You open the door silently, and inside you see a chamber. It appears to be set in multiple tiers, almost like a long bench. It does appear to look like a sauna.
Nice.
There is steam wafting inside of it through multiple vents in the ceiling and the floor.
Should have done the short rest in here.
Right.
Well, it seems like a sauna of sorts, but it doesn't make sense then why, if everyone was freezing, nobody's here.
Maybe the arrows would answer that.
Right.
Maybe there's somewhere even better.
Maybe. Then Edwin will go ahead and lower her down and try and follow yours.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll me another stealth.
Everybody sneaking by.
Mhm.
A 23.
At 30 something. 31.
Oh.
Okay.
Huxley's really distracted when I'm staring at them, trying to study them.
Then most of you manage to sneak past. As Huxley moves past, there's this little bit louder creaking of wood. And you see Huxley just sort of staring directly at this pillar of fog up there. And then you see this pillar of fog almost drain and flow downwards down the roof, like a waterfall of fog towards the ground, where in the mistiness around you, its form appears denser and even more corporeal than up in the wind.
No, Lux, if you want to try that communication thing, that's fine.
I'll turn into an air elemental.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say hello in Oran. Or, yeah, Oran.
Mm. From Huxley, you hear this almost whispering, howling wind speech, and you can understand. And Huxley, in return, you receive a greeting back in Oran. In the same language with a slight undertone of Aquan.
How's it going? We're just passing through.
The winds howl, and the warmth rises.
The warmth is up.
The cold wane. But their anger does not.
Who's angry?
In the cold around the line. You see its form almost fluidly shape as if pointing in a direction. You see it sort of point back towards the roofs. Where beyond the roof, still sort of, as a pillar reaching high into the sky, you see these tornadoes. Still distant and, beyond the building now, but still, or even closer to you than ever before.
So kind of like make like a two motion towards the others, like keep going, I'll distract them.
Evelyn will.
We exist because of both wind and water. Either misses, we may die, or leave, or change.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like, how do you mix earth here like that?
You see it reach out a hand towards you.
Right.
Where you both of these sort of airy tendrils touch, it almost seems to mix as the fog elemental's arm grows more translucent and the wispiness appears to fade almost. Some of the fog disperses throughout your arm. You feel like you understand how to turn into a fog elemental.
Like, will be very excited. And try to make like some small talk with the elemental to not immediately leave.
Do you ask any specific questions, or
Like how long have they been here? Have you seen any of the humans around, or like the like solid two-leggers?
the elemental would actually, you know what? Give me a give me a persuasion check.
Oh no. Do I get a bonus from being an elemental?
I mean, that's what lets you make the persuasion check. I'm keeping your elementalness in mind.
1.
One.
That -3?
You have a
Yep.
oh.
I have a 4 in charisma.
Oh boy.
I love that for you.
So good.
As you talk with the fog elemental, you get a sense that it's not really interested in conversation at all. As you ask it questions, most of what you get are fairly short and very fact of the matter answers. It never really goes beyond saying anything that you specifically ask. You learn that they have not existed for very long, and that they really don't know all that much.
I guess once I see the others are like
Mhm.
past, I'll just
There
go.
is a door that these arrows lead to. As you arrive at this door, Evelyn,
Mhm.
what is it that you do?
She'd probably listen, try and inspect the door, see if there's anything that looks like a trap, or if she can hear anything on the other side of it. I know those are
Go
two
ahead and
different
roll me
things, but
investigation.
that would be station 18.
As you move close to the door, you can tell that despite the arrows leading there and the warmth of the area that you're currently in, there seems to be a cold emanating from the door. The space beyond appears to be colder than the space you're currently in. As for traps, there is nothing that you see obviously around the door. In terms of hearing anything inside, it's difficult to really make out anything with the howling of the wind just above, especially since one of the two moving tornadoes is so close by. You really only hear that roar of wind.
And then Evan will check to see if the door is locked.
It does not appear so.
She will carefully try and open the door slowly, cautious of what might be on the other side.
You open the door. And inside, you almost immediately see two humanoid figures. Almost spectral in appearance, both are translucent and completely unmoving. There is somewhat of a wash of cold air moving out into the warmth of this courtyard as you open the door.
Does it look like these are specters, or does this look like they've been turned to ice?
You probably freeze for a moment as you see them, waiting for any kind of movement, but they never seem to move. Unlike the specters you've witnessed, sort of wafting around, looking like they were underwater.
Then Evan will carefully make her way in.
Would you like to
Cautious.
follow?
Yes.
Okay. You move in and your initial hypothesis proving correct. These appear to be almost entirely formed of ice. Reminding you quite a bit of the hippocampus you'd seen in the botanical gardens.
Right.
What is your passive investigation?
Passive investigation. Let me tell you, that's a 21.
Okay. As you step outside, as you move sort of in between these statues of ice, there is cold radiating off of them. From a little bit further inside, already you get a sense of slightly warmer air radiating from the pipes. And it almost looks like a few of these details on the figures appear smudged, as if they are slowly melting.
Not quite sure what these are. Slowly melting, but not possibly just frozen solid initially.
Their posture appears almost aggressive in this motion of holding their weapons at the
They
ready.
might have been guarding the door before they froze. Also, Silas, it looks like there's a few wine bottles off to the side there if you're interested.
Of course I am.
Is this like a bed or is this like a tent?
It appears like a tent.
Evelyn will kind of glance inside of it to try and see
It's
what's
not
inside.
exactly closed fully like a tent. You can easily move one of these flaps aside and you see just a almost nest of pillows And on the other side, you see there appears to be a doorway that stands wide open.
There's a path that continues on ahead. I expect this is likely where people are attempting to stay warm. It still doesn't make sense why there's nobody here at this moment unless they continued further on.
Yeah.
We could either wait for Hux here or press on. By the way, we're finding all of these amazing places to take short rests.
Yeah, I always save the kitchen.
After taking your short rest.
Yeah.
I found an instrument.
I'm gonna take a couple of wine bottles.
As you look underneath, the wine bottles you look at appear largely damaged. Quite a few of them are broken apart.
Not all of them, though.
Not all of them. The only ones you find intact are two bottles at the very end. The rest almost appear to have cracked and split open as the wine inside them completely froze and expanded.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm gonna grab those, put them in the bag of holding. I would also like to look at the statues, the frozen ones, just to make sure, like, do these look like they've been organic beforehand, before they froze, or...
It's difficult to tell. Where with the hippocampus you sort of saw it half translucent and you could still see sort of organs and insides. These ones look so thoroughly out of ice that, well, as you look through them, all you see is ice.
Hmm.
The instrument you find, Red, appears to be non-magical. But it appears to be a lyre. Lute? Lute. Lute.
I loot it.
Okay.
Loot the loot.
There are a couple of engravings on this lute, all themed in similar ways. You've seen anything ornamental in this place. The motifs of water and waves.
Okay. Does it look like this whole room was just like a camp? Within
It-
the room?
Does appear so. You see several bags, you see bedrolls, plenty of tents and pillows, blankets.
Okay, who sets up a camp in another room? Am I great? Like, why?
If this was after everything started freezing, this could have been where the initial stronger individuals were, and
Yes.
acted as a bit of a guard if they were continuing further in. You had to get through whoever was staying here, but as the temperatures dropped, you'd still have to attempt to keep things warm as possible.
It's kind of weird.
It's strange.
I mean, if this whole freeze happened only a couple days ago, like, who would have had time to set up all these, like, tents? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much about it.
So if these guys are like organic or something, like how fast did the freezing happen all of a sudden? Because these guys are not lying around and being frozen; they are standing
Yeah.
frozen. It's like an immediate insta freeze.
Which would align with what we've seen before to some
Yeah.
extent. It's extreme temperatures that we're talking about that
Is Huxley in here yet?
Probably.
I'm gonna message Huxley. Did you find out anything interesting?
there's warmth up, and someone's angry, and there's a line.
I have no idea what that means, but I will relate it to the others. The warmth is up, and the okay, Huxley, what's angry?
Someone
Someone's angry.
behind the line in the tornado.
Behind the line of the tornado, there's someone angry in the tornado or in the line? Okay. Interesting.
Great.
Interesting.
Should we like bundle up?
Ideally, that would probably be best if you can find any way of adding some extra layers. It's probably going to continue to get cold.
I mean, would it help these guys? I don't even know.
Glancing at the the ice people. If that is done by elements or magic alone, then I doubt any amount of layers would protect you at that extreme level.
Yeah.
If it's just as it continues to get colder and trying to stay warm, possibly. But also don't want to slow yourself down too much. Is there? You said there's like blankets and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ewan will pick up one of the blankets and toss one over to Rhett as well,
Yeah.
and just kind of drape one of the blankets over her shoulders a bit.
Yeah, fairly warm blankets. They feel like they must have been stuffed with some sort of feathers.
I mean, I'll put it on. I'm also like thinking through.
Yeah. Ewan's going to begin to move towards the store and see
can-
what's.
Alvan, I can hear the wind through your microphone.
But why? There is no wind in here. Well, I hope it's better now.
Yeah,
Ah.
there for like a second. Before you, as you step through the next set of flames, you find more frozen statues. Go ahead and roll me a history check.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
That's a 25.
Even in their icy form, most of these are fairly easy to identify. This counts for these before, I noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
You see more Sahurgans, you see more lizard folk, and before you very obviously stands a portal, who in his hand is holding what appears to be an arrow that pings magical energy. Immediately in front of this turtle, almost looking angry as if arguing, is a sea hag holding a piece of paper in her hand.
And then we'll move forward and.
You feel the slight sense of warmth from the pipes as you move under them, and nearing the statues again, you sense cold radiating off of them.
Evan's going to reach a hand out to just try and barely touch the arrow and then move her hand back. Like if you were trying to touch a stove to figure out if it's hot.
It is icy cold.
Would she think if she
held on to the arrow for a minute to cast Identify, that would be damaging cold, or like just ooh,
If
like
you did it with a glove, you
mm,
would likely be able to.
mhm.
With your bare hand, you'd probably get stuck to it.
Yeah. She has like fingerless gloves normally.
Hmm.
So if she just kind of used the part of her glove, not the fingerless part,
Hmm.
to hold onto it, would that work?
Yeah, you could insulate yourself enough from the cold.
Um, the arrow's magical. I'm gonna try and see if I can see what it is. It seems potentially to be a source of an argument, and I'll have to figure out if there's a way. I'm not sure if Rhett, you can tell if you can read whatever the paper is that Sea Hag is holding, or if it's too damaged,
I can try. If it's
or if
not
it's
up
too
still.
crumpled.
The paper is folded.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very crumpled, but it appears to be completely frozen.
Mm-hmm.
In its current state, it'd be difficult to unfold without snapping it into pieces.
Okay. Can I like see through this statue? It seems non-living. Would that be accurate?
Yes.
I'd like to cast prestidigitation and warm up that hand.
Okay. As you begin to warm up the hand, it begins to melt. You see its fingers start to sort of turn to puddles on the floor.
And I'll
And
just slip the note out whenever it's appropriate.
yeah, you hold on to the note that is also slowly melting and slip it out as most of the hand has melted.
I feel kind of bad about smelling somebody's hand. I'll like dry the note again.
Mm-hmm.
I can cast comprehend languages if needed.
Yes. The note is, even after melting and after drying it, somewhat damaged, but you manage, despite this, to read what is written on it. And Evelyn, as you identify the arrow,
Mm-hmm.
it does appear to be fairly powerful, holding a banishment spell in it.
Oh.
Well, that might be very useful shortly. Do you want me to melt the arrow out? Is that any good? The note says that something crossed the plains to get to them. They were gonna
Then it
let
should
something go.
be helpful to have this and make sure that we give it to Silas. This is an arrow that can essentially, um, when hit, can potentially cast banishment. Potentially banishing a creature to another plane that it was originally from.
Oh, that sounds powerful.
So if we can melt it out, that would be great.
Yeah, I'll melt that guy's hand too, I guess.
Okay, you melt
Mhm.
his hand to free the arrow.
Does this portal look like he's got like a floppy hat on?
No, he doesn't appear to have any hat on. You
Like
see
he
the
could
sort
be a
of-
drug dealer, maybe a pirate.
No, not really. He seems actually fairly finely dressed. He
Okay.
almost looks like he may have held some sort of leadership
Oh.
position. The way he is standing, he is clearly holding the arrow away from Sea Hag, which is how you moved him. He seems, with his mimicry of his, the expression on his face, similarly angry in some way.
But not Chance.
No, not. There's no.
Just out of curiosity, can I check? Like this, does this look like the siren we encountered? somewhere?
It looks similar. It does appear to also be a merfolk. You see a long tail, the fins.
Could I don't know, deduce that perhaps I'm trying to like there's an internal debate as to whether or not we should actually attempt the resurrection on a body collected.
The body you had found in that one chamber did not appear as frozen as this one.
Right, but more of a yes, it might be reasonable with that it's a sentient it's a sentient creature that wouldn't.
It does appear reasonable. I mean, looking around, see that they've, lived in some sort of
Harmony.
civilization.
Okay.
They did not appear feral in their posture.
Right. Yeah, that's yeah,
Evelyn, a little
Yes.
further in the room, you sense heat coming from you.
And then just gonna start making her way that way.
probably gonna have to fight something or someone shortly. If what Huxley said is right, and if what this note said is right.
Before you, you see more of these tents, more blankets, more pillows, another frozen merfolk, but there is a distinct warmth emanating from somewhere below.
I think we need to head down.
Yeah, remind me, did I guess that? I think I guessed that word on you.
Yes, I have Death Ward on me. You guessed it on. No, yeah, I know you at least cast it on me.
Or did I cast it on myself? I think I did.
I thought you did. I thought you had it on two people.
I think it's myself and you. Silas, do you want a death ward just in case you get magically randomly frozen?
I mean, if you have the magic to do so,
I feel like that's
would
okay.
appreciate it.
I guess death ward we can.
There's nothing magical that pings in here, right, Clever?
No.
Okay.
Huxley is.
What if we thought one of these persons, do you think they would still be alive or just dead
Nope.
frozen?
Not at
It's
this point.
just water. I thawed the hands. It's just water.
You did thaw the hands.
Mhm.
You do see just a puddle of water where
Yeah.
a sea hangs hand previously.
This is so weird. And he just walks past everything and just follows.
I'm just gonna begin the descent of the stairs unless somebody says something otherwise. I don't have anything that I can use that's like early prep spells.
I think I'm gonna cast an 8 on us.
Okay.
Cast it up. How many would that be?
Do you move stealthily?
Ellen's trying to, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me stealth rolls.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna cast a 5th level 8. So we all get. Sorry, everyone but Huxley. Sorry, Huxley. The 3 of us right here get 20 extra hit points.
Why not?
Yeah, I can only select 3 people. Can do an elemental.
Stealth is 27.
Okay.
Fancy.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
Based on sound.
Both sight and sound.
15.
You move down this wooden staircase and very quickly find yourself surrounded by stone walls, but not brick like the rest of the buildings. It almost appears like solid stone that has been carved into a long, further descending tunnel and staircase. Down here, the air seems warmer, almost as warm as in the sauna.
Just only that blinking.
Yes, no. For now.
Yeah, and then we'll tuck that into our
Little
hang off our
further
bag.
down, you see this faint, dim light. You can see the pipe sort of running down past you and further down into whatever room lies in front of you.
And then we'll continue to sneak down towards that.
You continue to make your way down this now stone set of stairs. And before long, you see the sight of something sort of shimmering. It appears like the room before you is filled with water. You also see metal, this sort of platform that seems to be suspended above the wall.
How do you use that? Try it. It's a part of the button.
You see a faint light, and you see steam, and you feel warmth as you enter this room. A large round chamber ringed by statues, at the center of which lies this set of massive tanks, some of which seem to be emitting steam, and where most of these pipes appear to end. There's the sort of movement you see just above the central tank right before. This flapping. And as Silas steps down and accidentally kicks a small rock into the water, as you hear this little plunk of a tiny stone hitting the water, you see a head peer up over him. As you've found your prey.
Ah,
And that is where we end today's session.